But let's talk about MotoGP first because it looks like Marquez, if he continues his run, he could wrap it up as soon as Mazzano. Looking at the numbers is ridiculous. Looking at that series, I know I've asked a bunch of times, but this is a show, so I got to ask again, just in case the people who have not watched the show before. But is there any chance in hell that anybody can catch Marquez? We'll start with DJ.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, at this point, I mean, they had up until the summer break to try to get close, to try something. I mean, you can see the numbers. We saw it, like he's gotten P1 or P2 in every session throughout, and there's no catching him, not at all.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Reese? Any catching him? Is it his to? I mean, at this point, I mean, he could probably take a few rounds off, at least 4 rounds off, and probably still win.
No, this is game over. I mean, to be that far ahead in points, and what is it? I think he can have the most points in MotoGP history. I mean, that's kind of game over. I mean, what are we really watching? Second and third place now?
Lewis, man, does that make it kind of not as fun to watch for the average fan? I know we're gonna watch because we like all the technical stuff and all the stuff that most people don't see and all that fun stuff. So
no, I don't think it makes it less enjoyable for the fans because you got to remember there's been other dominant riders throughout the years that clinched the championship earlier in the season or clinched the championship with 3 or 4 rounds to go, and people still watch. There's still excitement in watching racing, in the actual event, in the actual drama of Q1, Q2, the sprint race, the actual race. There's still a lot to see. I mean, you watch football games when teams are, have no chance to go into the playoffs. You still go watch those same football games, even though they're irrelevant to the bigger picture, because as individual events, they're entertaining events. Every single event is an entertaining event. For the people that are numbers watchers that are just going to see who's going to win the championship, yeah, maybe for them it's not that exciting. But I think as, again, individual experiential events, every single race is, for me, very, very exciting because there's, every race has something on the line. Anytime you put your helmet on, whether it's in Formula One or MotoGP or any type of motorsports, anything can happen. And you watch for the drama because anything can happen. On any given day, maybe somebody that nobody thought could win a race could win a race. If you didn't watch that Austria race a couple years ago where Brad Binder won it on slicks in the rain, you missed an incredible event. And then you kicked yourself in the ass for not watching. Oh, I didn't watch it because I figured XYZ person was going to win anyway. So I think the viewership will stay high. The drama will continue. And I think now maybe people, at least on the MotoGP side, will switch over to looking at it as how many points can this guy make? Because right now, the way he's going with 4 rounds left, he'll beat the all-time points record with still 4 rounds left. So he could pad that number. So now, not only does he win the championship, but maybe he sets a bar so high that maybe nobody ever reaches that point again, because this level of dominance doesn't come by very often. And if I look through the field, everybody that's currently in the field, I don't see anybody in the field right now that's ever going to be as dominant as Marc Marquez. And I don't see anybody in Moto 2 right now that's ever going to be as dominant as Marc Marquez. Like, it's going to be a long time before another Marc Marquez or alien comes along that can do what he's doing. This is seriously other level. This is Michael Jordan at the peak of his game. This is Tom Brady at the peak of his game. These are all like the best athletes in the world when they're at that point where they seem unbeatable. Like auras around them. It's like, holy shit, like this dude he should be crashing every corner, but he's winning every race. Like, how's he doing?
So, Reese and TJ, you just heard what Lewis said about no one in the paddock. What does a new era or a new Marc Marquez look like? Because, Alonso's looking good. We see Aldeguer is looking good. Acosta, they're looking good. These are all guys that have some potential. Do you guys agree with what Lewis is saying as far as it's going to be a long time, or do you see some of these guys, if they get the right 1 and 2, 3, advice, they may be able to do what Marquez is doing?
I mean, I think Pedro Acosta probably be the closest one right now because of his drive and focus. You just got to get, uh, past that the skill level he's at, to get more podiums and dial down. But I think he probably be the closest one. It's hard to say because Mark and like before Rossi, like they had a little significance to them and like changing up things their way, uh, uh, celebrations and all that good stuff. So I don't see that in any of the riders really. Sounds like Zarco when he does backflips. So I mean, I would say Pedro's probably the closest one out of gear, and all of them are still learning. So yeah, it's like Luz was saying, this is something that we ain't gonna see in a long time. I'm sure, a dominance like this, unless Pecco can step it up a little bit because they got 2 championships and he's still in the mix. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how many points Mark can come out with, and set the bar high and have a different legacy than Rossi did in that significant way.
Okay, all right. That's what's up. What are your thoughts, Reese?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think we'll see it in a long time. I mean, you got to look at Marquez. He has set the bar so high, and he's like the last of the dying breed of an alien, as we used to call him. So to have somebody like him come along, that's just once in a blue moon. And I mean, normally when you see that person coming along, you'll see it from Moto 3 to Moto 2 to MotoGP. And I just don't see it coming up just right now, someone in his caliber or to his level to actually do that. I mean, he has been in the era of where the riders were dominant. You had Rossi, Dovi, Pedrosa. You had the whole gang out there, and he was out there with them. So to that level of his riding capability, I don't think we'll see it for a long period of time. I think it'll be another 10 plus years before we see it.
Okay. All right. It seems like it, man. I mean, only time will tell for these riders and stuff like that. Let's jump into Moto 2. Go ahead.
Real quick, if Mark were to run the table from here to the end of the year, let's say everything, the stars align, and he sweeps the table from here to the end of the year,
16 more wins.
He'll end up with 751 points. We won't see somebody hit 751 points again unless they go to a 3-race weekend format and every race is worth 25 points.
What's the SAT score?
Like that's how crazy it could be if he runs a table, man. If he runs a table from here on out, he'll have over 750 points. That's playing the game on easy mode. It's crazy.
Well, I hope there's some fighters out there in the MotoGP paddock. I think they're a couple, but it's been looking like the Marquez show for sure all year.